I want to share with you what my ideal investment property is. My name's Colin Smith with Solid Rock Realty. While I do own a property management company, I also have a sizable residential portfolio that consists of both single-family, multifamily, and mobile homes. I want to tell you what my perfect property was and what I'll probably end up 1031ing all my properties into in the future. My ideal property is a single-family home. And if you're just getting into the game and trying to decide if you want to start a single-family or multifamily, check out this video where we talk about the differences. Ideally, I prefer single-family home investments. In terms of bedrooms, I like to have a minimum of 3 bedrooms, but a maximum of 4. We're not allowed to discriminate on family status, but we can limit the number of occupants per bedroom. The 3-bedroom home is the most ideal product that residents are looking for when they're searching for a place to rent. I like to limit it to 2 bedrooms because if we're limiting it to 2 people per bedroom, we're talking about 8 residents living in a 4-bedroom home. So I stop at 4 bedrooms and not move up to 5 because then we're talking about 10 or 12 with 6 bedrooms. In terms of bathrooms, I like to find a home that has at least 2 bathrooms, but no more than 3. Typically, that 3rd bathroom is going to be an ensuite on the primary bedroom. The reason I like to limit bathrooms is that they're a high source of maintenance costs. You have leaks, sinks, toilets, flappers in those toilets that are going out. Showers cause a lot of humidity, could cause possible mold. So bathrooms just end up being a higher maintenance dollar cost per square foot. So 2 bathrooms is great. 3 is also great, but I don't go more than 3. In Colorado, I really like to find homes that have at least a 1-car garage. A garage serves many purposes. Could be pull their car in, could be they use it for storage. They might turn into a workout room or a workshop. And there's just a lot of value add to the resident. But when you're buying the property, the cost for a home with a garage versus not a garage is very small. So I highly recommend trying to find a home that has at least a 1-car garage, though many homes are built 2-car garages, so it shouldn't be that hard. I also like to try and find a property that's newer than 1987. Now that gets a little confusing because a lot of people think I should have said 1978. 1978 is when the lead-based paint cutoff was, or when lead was really not being used in the home anymore. However, ideally, I like to use 1987 or newer because that's when a lot of materials stopped using asbestos in residential settings. Now, if you're doing major remodels, you should always test for asbestos no matter the age. It's always possible that Chinese products were brought in after 1987 and installed at the home, either during a remodel or even at the new construction stage, that could still have asbestos in it. However, I'm limiting my chances for finding products with asbestos in it when I have to do those major remodels. The last criteria is location, location, location. I like the home to be in the most popular areas to live if possible. It doesn't necessarily need to be an A neighborhood, but a B neighborhood would be okay too. C, I'm starting to push that threshold a little bit, and I try to stay out of C neighborhoods, but I do own properties in C neighborhoods if the numbers make sense. When cities are being built, the homes are typically built in the most desirable places first. And as time goes on, it tends to radiate out from that area. In Colorado Springs specifically, that would have been along US 24 and downtown Old Carl City areas. And so it's not quite a circular radiation pattern because we have the mountains to our west. But if you look as our city has grown over time, it tends to build off of that Old Carl City and downtown area. So the closer I am to those areas, the better. Trying to find a home that's built newer than 1987 in the downtown area of any city is going to be really tough since most of those homes are built in the turn of the century. And so it's okay if I'm not downtown or near downtown. I just want to be in a densely populated urban area. I just don't want a home that's way on the boonies. I want to be in a place where a lot of people are already living. If you guys like this content, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel.